Happy Monday. We've got two spicy stories today to cover. One will go up around 3 p.m. Central, that is this one, and one a little after dinner time. The first video is on the topic of the Guardians of the Galaxy cast signing an open letter in support of fired director James Gunn and wanting him reinstated. This is something that I expected would happen. They don't go as far to say they're going to strike, but the question remains, what exactly is the hope of this letter? So I want to share that first because I think it's interesting. Here's Zoe Saldana, this is Twitter, but they all posted the same thing. Support of James Gunn's reinstatement as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. To us, or to our fans and friends, we fully support James Gunn, and we're all shocked about his abrupt firing last week and have intentionally waited these 10 days to respond in order to think, pray, listen, and discuss. In that time, we've been encouraged by the outpouring of support from fans and members of the media who wish to see James reinstated as director of Volume 3, as well as discouraged by those so easily duped into believing the many outlandish conspiracy theories surrounding him. If you're not aware of it, basically, he had a friend that was a confirmed degenerate, and then he had made several off-putting jokes to some people in the past. There were no credible threats against him. What this was, in my opinion, was the right holding the left to their own standards, and the left doesn't like a taste of their own medicine. Now, maybe we could issue some sort of trade reinstating James Gunn in exchange for reinstating Roseanne. I don't expect either to happen, but it's interesting. Being in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies has been a great honor in each of our lives. We cannot let this moment pass without expressing our love, support, and gratitude for James. We are not here to defend his jokes of many years ago. It's interesting that everyone keeps saying, well, they were so many years ago. I mean, the context is still there. I don't really think that something that happened a few years ago is automatically discredited, but rather to share our experiences having spent many years together on the set making Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. The character he has shown in the wake of his firing is consistent with the man he was on set, every day on set, and his apology now and from years ago when first addressing these remarks, that's a little subtle thing there too, we believe is from the heart, a heart we all know, trust, and love. In casting each of us to help him tell the story of the misfits who find redemption, he changed our lives forever. We believe the theme of redemption has never been more relevant than now. Well, gee, I wonder why. Each of us looks forward to working with our friend James again in the future. His story isn't over, not by a long shot. There is little due process in the court of public opinion. James is likely not the last good person to be put on trial, given the growing political divide in this country. It's safe to say instances like this will continue, although we hope Americans from across the political spectrum can ease up on the character assassination and stop weaponizing mob mentality. It is our hope that what has transpired can serve as an example for all of us to realize the enormous responsibility we have to ourselves and each other regarding the use of written words when we etch them in the digital stone. That we as a society may learn from this experience in the future. We'll think twice before we decide what we want to express, and in so learning, perhaps can harness the capability to help and heal instead of hurting each other. Thank you for taking the time to read this, and it's signed by everybody on the cast. Now, top comment is no joke, and no children cannot consent. Anyone defending jokes about this is part of the problem. I guess you missed the part where they said they aren't defending his jokes. Yeah, and this, ultimately, this is probably not going to be a lot of people's favorite videos. I found this out when I defended James Gunn in the first place. People just hear that you defended him and they hear what they want to hear and they think you're defending the jokes. No, I don't make those type of jokes. I don't think those type of jokes are funny. I don't think those type of jokes, however, should be illegal. Now, I have said many times that Disney had every right to terminate him, given the blowback. But I also agree with most of what's in this letter about, look, okay, you got one of ours, we got one of yours. Can we just be done with this? Can we be done? I keep getting like Dan Harmon stuff, and I don't want to go down this road because it's mutually assured destruction. And I don't think that this is what either side wants. Now, I don't have a problem with turning their tactics back against them, hence rules for radicals, but I don't agree with them. So I'm not an ends justifies the means guy. I'm not shedding a tear for James Gunn, a multi-millionaire who's going to be totally fine for the rest of his life. Not worried about it. And look, if Hollywood doesn't have a problem with him, he'll find more work. He'll be able to direct more films. So, perhaps the best thing here is for James Gunn to move on and quietly direct some more films and begin his public reputation rebuilding. I don't think this is a hill that Chris Pratt or Zoe Saldana or Dave Bautista want to die on, and I think that they were very careful in crafting this so it didn't sound like an ultimatum. I don't think they're threatening to strike. I don't think they're that stupid, and they're also not throwing their lot in with his joke. So this is hopefully a good message, I think. I agree with most of it. Like, can we just stop the outrage mobs? What do you think? Do you think he's going to get his job back? Do you think this letter will do any good? Or will this just be yet another internet full outrage for the next 24 hours? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you'll share your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you did, that you'll leave a like on it before you leave. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again real soon.